step here. I hope whoever's listening to this, that you're having a great day. I'm traveling. I'm in full swing of RV life. And I just left Boise, Idaho. I had spent the night there at a Harvest Host boondocking spot. Absolutely free. That membership is great. But I'll tell you what, I was cold. I wasn't prepared. And it was such a lesson to me to always be prepared, to have my Mr. Buddy heater set up or whatever. Just to be prepared for boondocking situations. I'm booked at RV parks with full hookups. Electric, water, sewer, community restrooms and showers. But sometimes when I'm going from location to location, I will take advantage of my Harvest Host membership, which allows me to boondock. It allows me to stay in the parking lot of a meat packing company or a sausage factory or a winery or a brewery or a farm or a ranch. And some of them offer an electric hookup for a nominal fee of $10 to $25 a night, depending. And some, it's just a place to park for the night that's safe, where you won't get a ticket, you won't be harassed, and you just need somewhere to crash for the night. And most of the time those are absolutely free. And so that's what I did last night. I took advantage of that because I was passing through and I'd be arriving after dark and leaving early in the morning, and did not want to pay $60 to $80 for one night at an RV park when I wasn't even going to use any of the facilities. So I did the boondocking one night, and that's the first time I've used this. And I was cold. I had to get up and turn my stove on to warm up, because it runs on propane. And I have battery power in my RV, but you can't run the heating system on battery. So I woke up very cold at around 1:30 in the morning. It was 28 degrees outside. So you can imagine how cold it was inside of my RV. So if I'm ever going to be boondocking again, I will be better prepared. I will have my Mr. Buddy heater all set up. And if you use those inside, even though they say they're safe to use inside, you still have to crack a window a little bit because of the CO2 emissions from it. It's a safe practice to at least have, a window with a little crack so that you can get some sort of oxygen. Anyway, and I also was it made me feel for the homeless, the people that sleep outside. Oh, breaks my heart to think that they're that cold, even with lots of blankets and jackets and full clothing on. My heart just went out to the homeless people. And it made me realize how privileged I am, how fortunate I am, and how reselling this has made this lifestyle possible for me. To always have a roof over my head, stay in an RV park with full hookups, and be warm and toasty. It just really made me appreciate. It made me appreciate the lifestyle that I'm living, that I get to live. Anyways, I gotta get back over. I'm drifting. I'm drifting to the edge of the road. I didn't know if you could hear my tire. So, that's one of the things I just wanted to share regarding RV lifestyle is about being prepared. Another thing I want to be prepared for is when I'm having 2 or 3 day travel time, to take the time out to make sandwiches or, I don't know, prepare something so that I can have something healthy to eat. Because stopping at a gas station or a fast food or a sit-down restaurant and paying these outrageous prices for food anymore, and the quality of food being so bad, not only the ingredients, but just how it's cooked and how it sits in a warmer. And a McDonald's breakfast sandwich is $5. A breakfast sandwich at a gas station is $4, and it's not good ingredients. And all that food will just really, it's not good for your health. Nor is it good for the pocketbook. I rather put that money towards some good ingredients and cook something to eat on the road. And that's one of the things this channel is going to be doing, is I'm going to do some cooking videos. I brought my Instapot, and I brought my 2-quart crock pot, and I brought ingredients. I'm going to make a pot of split pea soup with carrots and bacon and onions. I bought a big, huge thing of dehydrated onions, so that way I don't have to have, cut up onions stinking up the inside of my trailer. I also ordered a pop-up screen room, and I have a folding small 4-foot table that's a plastic folding table, and I have my little butane cook stove, and I'm going to set up, I have one of those outdoor rugs, and I'm going to set up a little kitchen area in the pop-up so that I can cook outside. And I brought a really long extension cord so I can plug in my Instapot or the crock pot. Oh, and I also brought my air fryer. So I'm going to do some cooking videos on cooking whole foods, cooking from scratch on the road at RV parks. I think that would be good videos. And with this whole government shutdown and people not getting their EBT benefits, their SNAP benefits, and we're not going to talk politics or whose fault or any of that stuff. That's not what this is about. But with that going on, it's made me realize, there's a lot of young people, even some older, that don't know how to cook from scratch, that don't know how to get a pot of beans, how to make a pot of beans taste good, how to make split pea soup or lentils, or how to make rice, yummy and into a meal. And just, cooking very frugally, very inexpensive, but yet making it hearty and taste good. And so I thought, well, I could hashtag that in the videos too, cooking from scratch, cooking on a budget.
In about 10 miles, keep left.
Cooking meals that cost pennies on the dollar. They could feed a family for really cheap. So RV lifestyle allows me to do that. And that's one of the things that I like to eat that way. I like to make a big pot of split pea soup with a ham hock or some bacon pieces. I'll buy a pound of bacon and I'll split it into 4 portions, a 1/4 pound portion, and chop it up small into bits and put it in a baggie and put it in the freezer. And then when I'm ready to make a pot of split pea soup or navy beans or something like that, I'll fry up those little bits, that 1/4 pound of bits, and I'll put those right in the beans. I'll even put the grease in the beans, the drippings, or I'll save the drippings. That makes good cooking lard, cooking oil. And a lot of young people or people that don't know how to cook from scratch don't realize that you can save the drippings from your meat, from your bacon, from your hamburger, and use it to cook with. A lot of people discard it. We've been told that those drippings are bad for you, that fat is bad for you. It's actually better for you than vegetable oil or canola oil. It's much better for you. Our body knows how to digest it, and it's very filling. My grandma lived through the Depression in the early 1900s, and she talked about fry biscuits. The indigenous people have fry bread, but my grandma talked about fry biscuits. And she said as kids, her mom would make a biscuit dough and then fry it in bacon drippings so that the biscuit would be very fatty and very filling. And they'd have 2 biscuits in the morning of these biscuits fried in bacon drippings, and that would stick with them through the day. Was it the healthiest thing to eat? No. But back then, people just wanted to be fed and full and have energy. So, am I recommending anybody fry biscuits in bacon grease? No. But if that's all you got, do it. If that's all you've got to eat because you saved your drippings from your bacon and you're able to take some flour and some salt and some baking powder and
stay in the right lane.
The right lane. Okay. The highway I'm on just did an X, like an X. That was weird. And I'm busy talking to you and not paying attention to the map on here. But I did it right. I got through that X correctly. It's still dark out, and I'm driving. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, bacon grease. Yeah, so save your bacon grease. Even if you don't have butter to make your biscuits or sour cream or other ingredients like that, you can always use the lard, the bacon drippings. You can use the hamburger drippings. It will make your biscuits. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to making these kind of videos. Well, those were my thoughts for now. Just under 15 minutes of chit-chat from my driving thoughts. And I'll upload it with some beautiful scenery here. All right. Catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.